So, yes, welcome to my class once again. So, we were doing the last lesson, and in a previous class, we had stopped at, I remember we have stopped at page number 5. Yeah, page number 5, the fourth paragraph. Yeah, where M. Hamel was talking about what is the prime problem, what is the main reason behind the helpless situation of the Alsace people right at this moment. Yes, and he was talking about how the students, not only the students, the parents also had been responsible behind this situation. The fact that most of the students, most of the children there, they were illiterate. They did not know how to read or write in their own language, on their own native tongue. Okay, and he says that your parents were not anxious enough to have you learn. The first reason, the first fault is with the parents. So M. Hamel doesn't blame France or the students alone. Someone else is responsible for their miserable condition, and it is their parents. Because according to M. Hamel, the parents, they were not eager, not concerned enough to to rather send their students, their children to school and get them educated. They preferred to put you to work on a farm or at the mills so as to have a little more money. And I have been to blame also. Have I not often sent you to water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? And when I wanted to go fishing, did I not just give you a holiday? So, yes, M. Hamel now, one after another, he finds fault with the people. Not only with the parents, but also within himself. Now, say this is a very difficult task. It বৰ টান কাম নিজৰ ভুলটো শুধৰণ কৰা বা নিজৰ ভুল আছে বুলি একচেপ্ট কৰা এইটো এটা বিৰাট টান কাম কিন্তু আমি এম হেমেলক দেখিছো that he is a just person এজন সঁচাই এজন real and honest person হয় কেনেকৈ গম পাইছো because he accepts his mistake কি ভুল কৰিলে তেওঁ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক যি ধৰণে শিক্ষা প্ৰদান কৰিব লাগিছিলে বা তেওঁলোকৰ শিক্ষাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত যিমানখিনি গুৰুত্ব দিব লাগিছিলে সিমানখিনি গুৰুত্ব নিদিলে he did not do his duties properly as a teacher. If he had been a responsible teacher, if it had been enough dedicated towards his work, তেতিয়া কি কৰিলেহেঁতেন জবৰদস্তি by hook or by crook he would see to it that the students attend the classes and do their work. কিন্তু তেওঁ কি কৰিলে? What did he do? He would be giving them a holiday whenever he wanted. যেতিয়া তাৰ মন গ'ল, তেওঁৰ যেতিয়া মন যায় যে আজি মাছ মাৰিবলৈ যাওঁ, আজি মুডটো পঢ়াৰ মুড নাই. So he would be giving simply a holiday irrespective of the situation. হয়তো সেই সময়ত দুই এটা ল'ৰা ছোৱালী শিকিবলৈ মনো থাকিব পাৰে, but he was not concerned. Yes, so তেওঁৰ যেতিয়া মন যায় তেতিয়া হলিডে দি দিয়ে যেতিয়া ক্লাছ ল'বলৈ মুড নাথাকে তেতিয়া কি কৰে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক বাহিৰত পঠিয়াই দিয়ে go and water my plants মানে সৰু গাৰ্ডেনখন যে আছিলে তাত বেলেগ বেলেগ ধৰণৰ সৰু সৰু পুলিবিলাক আছে তাত গৈ পানী দিবলৈ কয় so কিবা নহয় কিবা সৰু সুৰা কামত ব্যস্ত কৰি ৰাখিছিলে ল'ৰা ছোৱালী গতিকে ইয়াৰ পৰা আমি কি বুজি পাইছো যে এম হেমেল হয় he has realized his mistake কিন্তু তেওঁৰ ভুল আছিল okay গতিকে তেওঁ অকল ফ্ৰান্সক দোষী কৰা নাই সমানেই দোষী হয় কোন দোষী হয় পেৰেন্টছ বিলাক the parents of France as well as the other school children as well as he himself as a teacher গতিকে এতিয়া it is a moment of self realization for for M. Hamel as much as the other people of the village গতিকে কৈছে যে চোৱা তোমাৰ parents বিলাকে ইমান গুৰুত্ব নিদিলে and instead of sending you to school they had sent you to earn money out in the farm or at the mills and similarly I'm also to blame why because instead of catching you or rather pulling your attention towards the classroom I had very often sent you for other work whenever I wanted a holiday I had declared a holiday okay so that is why he feels that it is not only France who is to blame then from one thing to another and Hamel went to talk of the French language. তাৰপিছতে after কৰি লাহে লাহে after explaining the fault, what is the prime mistake with the people of Alsace, that they keep on postponing their work, they keep learning for tomorrow. সেইটো কথা প্ৰথম কথা ক'লে. Secondly, he says that the parents are to blame. Thirdly, he says he himself is also to blame. He is also guilty for the situation of the students here. Now he goes on to talk about the language. Language means nijor matribhasha, the mother tongue, that is French language. And what does he say? He very elaborately and with pride he talks about his language. আৰু কৈছে চোৱা কি বুলি কৈছে, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world. পৃথিৱীৰ ভিতৰতে আটাইতকৈ সুন্দৰ ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ, সুন্দৰ ভাষা কি ভাষা? ফ্ৰেঞ্চ ভাষা. So এইটোত আমি we find an indication of what is it called? Linguistic chauvinism. Okay, linguistic chauvinism বুলি কয় এই টার্মটো, তাৰ মানে when you have excessive pride, excessive love for your language, it is called linguistic chauvinism. And here some way or the other, the teacher and Hamill, he is filled with pride and filled with a sense of pride towards his native language, that is French. Okay. And yes, Soeb Hussain, please silence your mic. Yeah. Students, please silence your mic, okay? Don't use the mic because it creates an echoing sound. Yes, Soeb, you are once again pressing on the mic. Do you hear me, Soeb? Please mute your mic. Yes, maybe it's clear to him now. Okay, so I was talking about the French language and what Anne Hamill thinks about the language. Okay. He says that French language is the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical, that we must guard it among us and never forget it. Because there is a piece of advice coming from M. Hamill. He feels that there is a need to guard, safeguard, protect the language because the language is being attacked. How it is being attacked? Because all of a sudden there are foreigners intruding into France, and they are forcing the people to leave their native language, the language that they were born with. যিটো ভাষা লৈ তাহাঁতি জন্ম হৈছিলে ফ্ৰেঞ্চ পিপল কি দিয়ে সেই ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজটো বাদ দি পেলাই they are dictating, they are instructing the people, they are forcing the people to use a foreign language. গতিকে it is a time that the language needs to be safeguarded. আৰু সেই কথাষাৰি এম হেমেলে ইয়াত কৈছে যে ফ্ৰেঞ্চ ভাষাটো পৃথিৱীৰ ভিতৰতে আটাইতকৈ সুন্দৰ ভাষা. It is the most clearest মানে it's very ফ্ৰেঞ্চ মানুহ এজনক ফ্ৰেঞ্চ ভাষাতকে বেলেগ ভাষা কেতিয়াও হয়তো ইমান স্পষ্ট নহব যিমান তেওঁৰ নিজৰ ভাষাটো হয়. গতিকে ক্লিয়াৰেষ্ট এণ্ড লজিকেল বুলি কৈছে. And it is time that they should guard it among themselves. And how they can guard it? By not forgetting the language. আমি অসমীয়া হৈ যদি অসমীয়া ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজটো কথা ক'ব নাজানো বা আমি ব্যৱহাৰ নাজানো, লিখিব যদি নাজানো, তেতিয়াহ'লে অসমীয়া ভাষাৰ অস্তিত্বটো নাথাকিবই, ঠিক? কিন্তু আমাৰ নিজৰ অস্তিত্ব এজন অসমীয়া হিচাপে হয়তো সেইটো নাইকিয়া হৈ যাব. চ' ক'ৰবাত নহয় ক'ৰবাত এম হেমেল শংকিত হৈছিলে যে এই জাৰ্মান ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজটো ইম্প'জ কৰাৰ লগে লগে কি হ'ব, মানুহবিলাকে নিজৰ মাতৃভাষা হয়তো পাহৰি যাব আৰু লগে লগে নিজৰ ফ্ৰেঞ্চৰ যিটো ফ্ৰেঞ্চ হিচাপে যিটো নিজৰ অস্তিত্ব সেইটো হয়তো ক'ৰবাত নহয় ক'ৰবাত হেৰুৱাই পেলাব. সেইকাৰণে তেওঁ কৈছে that we must guard it among us and never forget it. Because when a people are enslaved, so মন কৰিবা দেই, বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ৱৰ্ডছ হয় এইকেইটা. When a people are enslaved মানে বাহিৰৰ মানুহে যেতিয়া captive কৰি ৰাখে, কোনোবা বাহিৰৰ মানুহে আহি তোমাক যদি লক কৰি ৰাখিছে, স্লেভ বনাই ৰাখিছে, গোলাম বনাই ৰাখিছে, so সেই গোলামীৰ সময়ত কৈছে তেওঁ as long as they hold fast to their language, তাৰ মানে hold fast to language মানে you have to stick to their language. তুমি নিজৰ ভাষাৰ গুৰিত যদি ধৰি ৰাখা তেতিয়াহ'লে it is as if they had the key to their prison. তাৰমানে তোমাৰ সেই প্ৰিজনত যে ভৰাই ৰাখিছে কোনোবাই যে জোৰ জুলুম কৰি তোমাক জবৰদস্তি বান্ধি ৰাখিছে ডমিনেট কৰি ৰাখিছে ইয়াত কোনে কাক ডমিনেট কৰি ৰাখিছে German dictators বিলাকে the German dictators they have forcibly captivated the French speaking nation তাহাতক জবৰদস্তি গুলাম বনাইছে নিজৰ আন্ডাৰত এনেক্স কৰিছে আৰু জবৰদস্তি কৰিছে that you have to forget your language you have to accept German nationality সেইবুলি জবৰদস্তি কৰিছে কিন্তু Anne Hamel feels that as long as the people stick to their language keep using their language no outside power can enslave them for a long time বহুত দিনলৈকে হয়তো বন্দী কৰি ৰাখিব নোৱাৰিব যদি নিজৰ আইডেন্টিটিটো নিজৰ চিনাকি নিজৰ পৰিচয়টো ধৰি ৰাখে আৰু নিজৰ পৰিচয় ফ্ৰেঞ্চ সকলে কেনেকৈ ধৰি ৰাখিব পাৰিব by sticking to their language নিজৰ ভাষাটো আয়ত্ত কৰিব লাগিব তেতিয়াহে আমি নিজৰ পৰিচয় দিব পাৰিম বুজি পাইছানে গতিকে এইটো এটা বহুত ডাঙৰ শিক্ষা মই চাগে ক্লাছৰ আৰম্ভণিতে when I was doing the offline classes তেতিয়াই মই তোমালোকক কৈছিলোঁ যে ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজৰ ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট কিমান হয় বা why a mother tongue is important কি কাৰণে আমাক নিজৰ মাতৃভাষা শিকাটো কিয় ইমান গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ হয় আমি অসমীয়া হিচাপে সেইকাৰণে it's a lesson সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছোঁ যে last lesson যদিও হয় it is the most important lesson that every person should learn you have to learn your language you have to by heart you have to protect your language আৰু protect মানে চিঞৰ বাখৰ কৰি আন্দোলন কৰি আমি protect কৰিব নোৱাৰো আমি protect কৰিব পাৰিম কেনেকৈ যেতিয়া আমি নিজৰ ভাষাটো আয়ত্ত কৰিম শিকিম তাক দুখমুক্ত কৰি ৰাখিম প্ৰদূষণ হ'বলৈ নিদিম এতিয়া সঁচা কথা কৈছোঁ তোমালোকৰ ঘৰত এতিয়া তোমালোককে মই কৈছোঁ বা মই নিজকো প্ৰশ্ন কৰিছোঁ কিমান জনে বাৰু একদম শুদ্ধ শুদ্ধ অসমীয়া ভাষা কয় hardly maybe 50% of the people what about the rest বাকি মানুহেতো আজিও শুদ্ধকে হয়তো বাস্পষ্টকে অসমীয়া ভাষা ক'ব নাজানে লিখিব নাজানে গতিকে ভুলটো আমাৰ গাত ক'ৰবাত আছে and it is high time that we realize this mistake মই ভাবো তোমালোকে এই লাষ্ট লেসনটো পঢ়াৰ পিছত সেই বস্তু উপলব্ধি কৰিব পাৰিবা যে নিজৰ মাতৃভাষা শিকাটো কিমানেই গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ ঠিক আছে now coming back to the text Anne Hamel during this last lesson he also delivered a very important just a second okay so yes sorry there was a call coming from outside so anyways I was talking about yes আমি যি ধৰণে আমি ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰা নেচেসাৰী হয় Anne Hamel সেইদিনাখন that day Anne Hamel also compelled the French people his community the students who were sitting in front of him to realize their mistake past mistake and accept the truth that language was the only key to their prison তাহাতক বন্দী কৰি ৰাখিছে কিন্তু সেই বন্দীশালৰ পৰা হয়তো মুক্ত হ'ব পাৰিব কেতিয়া হ'ব পাৰিব যদিহে তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ অস্তিত্ব এৰি নিদিয়ে আৰু অস্তিত্ব ধৰি ৰাখিবলৈ কি কৰিব লাগিব নিজৰ ভাষাটো ফ্ৰেঞ্চ ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ that has to be imbibed that has to be learned thoroughly and clearly okay I suppose this much is clear to you বুজি পাইছা next তাৰপিছত কি কৰিছে চোৱা then he opened a grammar and read us our lesson I was amazed to see how well I understood it. All he said seemed so easy, so easy. I think too that I had never listened so carefully and that he had never explained everything with so much patience. But guess what? France as on Horu Lora Hor, Mani Lora, the small guy, small, child. Yet he is able to realize that during this moment after hearing whatever Anne Hamel had spoken it is as if the entire community has awakened to a kind of self realization তাহাঁতৰ নিজৰ উপলব্ধি হ'ল যে হয় ছাৰে যিকেইটা কথা কৈছে একদম সত্য কথা আৰু সেইকাৰণে কি হ'ল every lesson that was being delivered গ্ৰামাৰ পঢ়াইছিলে আনকালে কি হয় ফ্ৰান্স বা তেওঁৰ লগৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীখিনিৰ আমনি লাগে গ্ৰামাৰ ইটস so boring এই শব্দটোৱে হয়তো ওলাইছিল কিন্তু সেইদিনাখন গ্ৰামাৰৰ লেসনটো বহুত ইন্টাৰেষ্টিং লাগিবলৈ ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিলে এণ্ড আৰু এটা কথা তেওঁ ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰিলে that maybe I had never listened so carefully as a student. He also previously, when he attended the classes, maybe he too had never listened, hearing নহয়, listening. He had never listened properly to what the teacher delivered. And similarly, the teacher also never delivered the lesson with so much patience, like he was doing today. আনকালে কি হয় M. Hamel, he would always be furious. He was a strict man, as I have told you earlier also. So he would be getting angry on the slightest of reason and getting impatient all the time. But that day, since it was the call of the moment, it was his last chance. Okay, God has, or rather, time has offered him a last chance to deliver whatever he can. And he was trying to make the best use of it. So he was delivering with his 100%, okay, 100% effort. And that could be seen because everything that he taught became crystal clear, just like water. Yes? So, this is what Franz thinks. It seemed almost as if the poor man wanted to give us all he knew before going away and to put it all into our heads at one stroke. His effort can be seen, the dedication of M. Hamill that could be seen, the way he was, delivering the classes one after the other. Each subject was being picked up by him and delivered, thrown in the most prolific manner. And Franz could realize that M. Hamill was indeed putting in his sincere efforts to make the students understand the lessons clearly. Okay, so after the grammar class was over. After the grammar, we had a lesson in writing. That day, M. Hamill had new copies for us. So M. Hamill wanted to do something special, keeping in mind the importance and significance of the last lesson. He wanted to make it special for the students as well. So what he does, you see, he brought new copies, new writing copies for all the students, written in a beautiful round hand. There was something written on the copies as well. What was written, you see? France, Alsace, France, Alsace. So these two words, just two words written, and that means a lot. That shows how much dedicated, how much proud he was, rather M. Hamel was, regarding his nationality as a Frenchman. So his pride, his patriotism, his sincere nationality as a Frenchman, that is very well reflected in these two simple words, which were written almost in all the copies. France, Alsace, France, Alsace. So there might be a question like, what was written on the new copies provided by M. Hamel? So this is the answer that you have to write. Beautifully, in beautiful round hand, these two letters were written. What were the words? France, Alsace, France, Alsace. They looked like little flags floating everywhere in the schoolroom, hung from the rod at the top of our desk. So, seeing the copies and the beautiful round handwriting, Franz here makes a comparison. There's a simile here. He draws a comparison, similarity between the French flag, national flag, and the copies. It looked as if everyone were holding the national flag of France. Okay, so they looked like little flags floating everywhere. The copies, they resembled the copies with these two words written, full of pride, full of French nationalism. The impact was that, okay, and these copies, they resemble the French national flag. It was as much effective as the French national flag. So when you observe your national flag, our India national flag, there is a sense of pride, there is a sense of nationality that awakens in us. বা হয়তো আমি সেই ন্যাশনাল আমাৰ ন্যাশনাল সঙে হওক বা এন্থেমে হওক জনগণমন শুনাৰ লগে লগে there is a thrill, there is an enthusiasm, we get excited, our there is a rush of adrenaline going through, passing through our body. So similar was the effect here. Seeing these two words written beautifully in the copies, the same sense of nationalistic pride aroused among the students, not only the students, even the elders. Got the point? Yes. You ought to have seen how everyone set to work and how quiet it was the moment the copies were provided. Everybody started scribbling letters. They started writing these two words, France, Alsace, France, Alsace. The only sound was scratching of pens over the paper. Once some beetles flew in. What is beetles? Beetles mane hoise horu horu etu guborua buliu kobo para. Okay, beetles, pook eta, it's a bug. Okay, and you generally find them, during summertime. Goromor dinot khub ulai bugs bilak ba beetles bilak. So there are beetles that flew in. Class choli ase, classroom majot ketaman beetles, pook ketaman somoi ahile. But nobody paid any attention to them. No one was interested. They were not distracted. So you can see the concentration, the effort the students were also putting in. It is not only Anne Hamel who was trying, it is also the students who were putting their heart and soul into their work. And you could see that everybody were busy writing. The sound that was generated in the class was only one. That is the scratching of pen over paper. Not even the littlest one, even the small children, the new beginners who had just been admitted to school, they were also not distracted, who worked right on tracing their fish hooks as if that was French too. So these young kids were just learning the alphabets, they were learning the cedilla, it's called a cedilla actually. Fish hooks will informal, it is actually this fish hook, it is the informal name for an alphabet which doesn't have any pronunciation. Okay, তাৰ কোনো sound নাথাকে আৰু মই ইয়াত তোমালোকে যদি মই অলপ ওচৰলৈ লৈ আহিছো চাব পাৰা, this is the word. Okay, ইয়াত দেখি পাইছে চাগে এটা চি নিচিনা কৰা হয়, তাৰ তলত এটা fish hook নিচিনা কৰি দিয়া হয়, and it is called the cedilla. Okay, যেনেকে ধৰি লোৱা এই wordটো FACAD ই, okay, আমি এটো কি বুলি কওঁ, বহুতে ফ্যাকেট বুলি কৈ দিয়ে, ফ্যাকেট নহয়, actually এটো হৈছে facade. এই সি টোৰ pronunciation হৈছে এছৰ নিচিনা. Okay, cedilla লগাই দিয়াৰ লগে লগে ইয়াৰ সাউন্ডটো ক হৈ নাথাকে, যেনেকে আমি CAR কৈ দিলে কাৰ কওঁ, হয় নাই, কে সাউন্ড কৰো, কিন্তু এটো যেতিয়া লগাই দিব তাত সাউন্ডটো হৈ যায় এছৰ. Okay, so this is called the cedilla. আৰু এটোৰ informal নাম হৈছে little hook বুলিও কয় ইয়াক. Okay, it is called a little hook, or it is also called the fish hook, owing to the shape. Your shape to karne enekwa dhৰণৰ এটা shape হয়. Okay, সেইকাৰণে fish hook, right? I think this is clear to you. বুজি পাইছা চাগে? Okay, let us come back to the topic. গতিকে সৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীখিনি কিহত ব্যস্ত হৈ আছে? সৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীখিনি ব্যস্ত হৈ আছে সেই fish hookটো বা cedilla-টো trace কৰা. They are just learning the letters. Okay, that's this one. Now this is very important. That pisor line is very important. So on the roof, the pigeons cooed very low, and I thought to myself, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? Class Suli said the classroom is in full swing, and suddenly Franz, our little Franz, he hears the cooing sound that's made by the pigeons who were settled on who were perching on the rooftop. ঘৰৰ ওপৰত যিটো roof আছে, it's a double story building, ওপৰত roof আছে, আৰু roofৰ ওপৰত কি কৰিছে, পাৰ বহি আছে, পাৰ বিলাকে cooing কৰি আছে. Cooing is the natural sound that is being created by the pigeons. At this moment, a very strange question arouses in the mind of Franz, and he questions and he asks himself, will they here, they imply the Germans, or rather the dictators, will the dictators make the pigeons also coo in German? Will they force, just like they are forcing the French people to change their natural language, their mother tongue, will they also force the pigeons, the animals, to change their language? And more interestingly, will the pigeons change their language? Of course not. Because just like, language is as natural, as own, as dear to human being as is cooing to these birds. A bird would never wow. কুকুৰৰ নিচিনা ভৌ ভৌ নকৰে বা মেকুৰীৰ নিচিনা মিয় মিয় নকৰে. They would always coo. So যদি আমি জীৱ-জন্তুক language যেতিয়া change কৰিব নোৱাৰো, do we have any right to change the language of human beings? Manuhor language change korar, how rightful is it? He is questioning. See, he's a very small boy, young boy, but then he's questioning the decision that has been taken up by the German dictators. German hokole jabardasti German language to at a French speaking nationality বা peopleৰ ওপৰত জাপি দিয়াটো, is it just? Is it correct? Is it right? No, of course not. So, ইয়াত korbat nohoy korbat, we find that the author Alphonse Daudet is using France as his mouthpiece. Nijor monor bhav prakash koribole karone authore nijor monor bhavto asolte prakash koribo bicharise ইয়াত. It is not a version of France. It is the words which actually arises in the mind of the author. Author নিজৰ যিখিনি প্ৰশ্ন উত্থাপন হৈছে সেইখিনি প্ৰশ্ন প্ৰজেক্ট কৰিছে কাৰ থ্ৰুৱেদি কৰিছে থ্ৰু ফ্ৰান্সৰ মনৰ থ্ৰুৱেদি এই কুৱেশ্যনটো প্ৰেজেণ্ট কৰিছে আৰু হি ইজ আস্কিং এ কুৱেশ্যন টু দ্য ৰিডাৰ্ছখিনিক কুৱেশ্যন কৰিছে যে হাউ ফাৰ ইজ ইট কাৰেক্ট ইজ ইট ৰাইট ইজ ইট জাষ্ট for someone from outside to change the language of a nation who is already using this language. নিজৰ ভাষাটো চেঞ্জ কৰি দিয়াটো কিমান দূৰ হট কথা হৈছে বা কাৰেক্ট হৈছে বা জাষ্ট হৈছে বা ফেয়াৰ হৈছে আৰু আমি জানো যে ইট ইজ absolutely wrong. মই অলপ দেৰি আগত I was talking about linguistic chauvinism, ভাষাৰ প্ৰতি থকা মানুহৰ যিটো প্ৰাইড, তাৰ চোৱা দুটা চিন্তাধাৰা আছে তাৰ. There are two perspectives. প্ৰথম কথা হৈছে we all are actually proud of our own mother tongue. আমাৰ নিজৰ মাতৃভাষাক লৈ আমি সদায় গৰ্ব অনুভৱ কৰোঁ, নহয় জানো? আমি গৰ্বিত। অসমীয়া বুলি ক'লে মই নিজৰ অসমীয়া ভাষাটো লৈ বা মই নিজৰ অসমীয়া আইডেন্টিটি লৈ বহুত পজেচিভ হয় আৰু কোনোবাই যদি সেইটো থ্ৰেট মানে চেঞ্জ কৰিব বিচাৰে I will fight back. মই যুদ্ধ কৰিম তাৰ কাৰণে, নহয় জানো? কিন্তু মই যদি জবৰদস্তি কোনোবা বেলেগ ভাষাভাষীৰ মানুহক মই যদি জবৰদস্তি কৰোঁ যে তুমি এইটো ভাষা শিকিবই লাগিব, how far is it correct? So etu hoise the second perspective. Is it correct to change someone else's mother tongue? Correct hoy ne nohoy? This is a very important question, a question for thought. Okay, tumaloko hoyto somoy pale ei question to bhabi saba kiman dur shuddho ba ashuddho. Acha thik ase buji paisa sage ei proshnotu ফ্ৰান্সৰ মনত কিয় আহিছে বা what is the implication of these words? এই কোৱেশ্যনটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় তোমালোকে সেইকাৰণে will they make them sing in German even the pigeons সেইটো আন্ডাৰলাইন কৰা লগে লগে এটা ষ্টাৰ মাৰ্ক কৰি থোৱা কাৰণ এইটো প্ৰায় কোৱেশ্যনটো আহে যে what is the implication of the given words quotationত এই words কেইটা দি দিয়ে and you have to present the the philosophical content. What is the underlying meaning of the words? And I suppose you will be able to write the answer here. Acha, tarpisote ahiso ami next paragraph ole. So whenever I looked up from my writing, I saw M. Hamel sitting motionless in his chair and gazing first at one thing, then at another, as if he wanted to fix in his mind just how everything looked in that little schoolroom. Fancy. Just imagine, fancy mane hoise, just imagine. For 40 years, he had been there in the same place with his garden outside the window and his class in front of him, just like that. Only the desks and the benches had been worn smooth. The walnut trees in the garden were taller, and the hopvine that he had planted himself twined about the windows to the roof. How it must have broken his heart to leave it all. Poor man. Again, he is sympathizing with M. Hamel. To hear his sister moving about in the room above, packing their trunks, for they must leave the country next day. So it was really an emotional moment for M. Hamill, and that was very well expressed in his body language. The way he was behaving in the class, the way he was sitting motionless, lost in thought. He was as if trying to fix everything in his mind. He was trying to take a picture of all the small little things that surrounded him all these 40 years. ইমান সহজ কথা নহয় এডোখৰ ঠাইত এটা ৰুমত এডোখৰ যিকোনো এটা টাউন হওক চিটিত হওক বহুত বছৰ ধৰি তুমি একে ঠাইতে আছা হঠাৎ তুমি সেই ঠাইডোখৰ চিৰ জীৱনৰ কাৰণে এৰি দিব লাগিব ইট ইজ ৰিয়েলি ৰিয়েলি ডিফিকাল্ট হোষ্টেলত থকা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীখিনি বুজি পাবা আফটাৰ ষ্টেইং 2 years তোমালোকেতো এতিয়া ভালকে হোষ্টেলৰ লাইফটো পোৱাই নাই কিন্তু আমি দেখিছো আমাৰ এজ এ টিচাৰ আই হেভ এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ ডেট আগৰ বেটচবিলাকক দেখিছো যে হোষ্টেল যেতিয়া এৰিব সময় হয় ইট ইজ এন ইমোচনেল মুভমেণ্ট ফৰ অল চবেই কান্দা কাটা কৰে ইট ইজ লাইক লিভিং আ হোম গতিকে জাষ্ট ইমেজিন এম হেমিল হি ৱাজ গোয়িং টু লিভ এভৰিথিং বিহাইণ্ড তেওঁৰ ইমান 40 বছৰ দিন ধৰি তেওঁৰ ডেডিকেশ্যনৰ সৈতে এক জেগাতে চেল্ফলেছলি কাম কৰি আছে উইদাউট বৰ্ডাৰ উইদাউট থিংকিং এবাউট দ্য কনচিকুৱেঞ্চ ৰিজাল্ট কি হ'ব তেওঁ নাজানে ল'ৰা ছোৱালী শিক্ষিত হ'ব নে নাই তেওঁ নাজানে কিন্তু তেওঁ ক'তো বেলেগ ঠাইত নোযোৱাকে এক মনেৰে এক ঠাইতে কাম কৰি আছিলে এণ্ড নাও নেক্সট ডে তাৰমানে টুমৰো হি ইজ এবাউট টু লিভ এই দেশখন চিৰদিনৰ কাৰণে কাৰণ মই তোমালোকক এই কথাটো চাগে কৈছিলো নে নাই মোৰ ভালকৈ মনত নাই যে দ্য জাৰ্মান পিপল দ্য জাৰ্মান ডিক্টেটৰ্ছ they have actually provided two alternatives দুটা চান্স দিছিলে first is if you have to stay in the same country in the same nation you don't have to change place then you have to accept German dictatorship German nationality accept কৰিব লাগিব নিজকে German হিচাপে identify কৰিব লাগিব আৰু যদি if you want to stick to your French nationality that means you have to go in exile exile মানে নিজৰ দেশৰ পৰা বহিষ্কৃত হ'ব লাগিব বাহিৰলৈ গুচি যাব লাগিব and M. Hamel being a true patriot being a true Frenchman he decided that he would rather quit he would rather go out of the country than to accept a foreign nationality গতিকে ইয়াত আমি কিহৰ কথা দেখা পাইছো চোৱা ক্যাৰেক্টাৰ স্কেচ কৰি থাকোতে when you write about or describe M. Hamel as a person as a character you have to talk about these little things কেনেকে আমি তেওঁৰ মাজত সেই ফ্ৰেঞ্চ নেশ্যনেলিটি that pride of being a Frenchman সেইটো কেনেকে পাইছো আৰু ক'ত ক'ত পাইছো these small things show us okay so তেওঁ যেতিয়া বহি আছে he was trying to capture the little images around him the old desks the old benches বিলাক worn out হৈ গৈছে কাৰণ the same benches and the same desks has been used or rather have been used for a long time and they have been smoothened due to overuse okay আৰু what are the only changes তিনটাই change হৈছে একটো desk bench বিলাক পুৰণা হৈ গৈছে second thing is that the walnut trees which he had planted they have grown taller and the hope vine which he had planted that have also grown taller. Hope vine হৈছে it's a kind of climber. আঙুৰৰ গছৰ নিচিনা হয় আৰু তাৰ it's a climber মানে support দৰকাৰ হয় গতিকে সেই গছজোপায়ো স্কুল বিল্ডিঙৰ লগত লাগিয়ে ওখ হৈ গৈছে and it has nearly touched the roof গতিকে ইমান ডাঙৰ হৈ গৈছে these are the only changes other than that there has been no profound change in the classroom একেই স্কুল ঘৰ একেই ক্লাছৰুমটো আছে আৰু একেই সেই কোঠালিটো একেই তেওঁ আৰু একেই তেওঁৰ ওপৰত থকা আৰু while M. Hamel was doing his classes attending the classes here he also had a sister and what was she doing she was packing their luggage upstairs ওপৰত য'ত তেওঁ থাকিছিলে কাৰণ স্কুল ঘৰটোৰ ওপৰতে তেওঁৰ এটা ৰুম আছিলে য'ত M. Hamel থাকিছিলে okay he used to stay there and the sister now she is busy gathering the things and getting them getting the luggage ready because next morning they have to leave the country forever and it was a painful moment because every time he heard the sound of the trunks shifted from one place or one side to other he could he could realize or rather he's reminded of the fact that he is now no more a Frenchman because he has to leave the nation. Okay, so ইমানখিনি কথা তেওঁ ক'লে। But he had the courage to hear every lesson to the very last. Still, he had not lost his patience or his courage. His strength, okay, his mental strength was still there, and he was engaged, completely in delivering the lessons. After the writing, we had a lesson in history, and then the babies মানে ইয়াত talking about the primary students, যিবিলাক students নতুনকৈ নামভৰ্তি কৰিছে, নতুনকৈ enrolled হৈছে স্কুলত, সেই ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবিলাকৰ কথা কৈছে। The babies chanted their ba, be, bi, bo, bu. That means these are the vowels. Okay, vowels খিনি শিকাইছে and they are just learning, chanting কৰিছে. That means they are repeating the lessons in unison. Down there at the back of the room, old Husser had put on his spectacles and holding the primer in both hands, spelled the letters with them. Remember old Husser? Old Husser বুলি বুঢ়া মানুহ এজন, একেবাৰে বয়োজ্যেষ্ঠ মানুহ এজন আহিছিলে আৰু তেওঁ এটা 3 cornered hat পিন্ধি আছিলে, লগতে তেওঁ এখন চশমা আনিছিলে এনে প্ৰাইমাৰ মানে এলফাবেটৰ বুক। গতিকে এতিয়া তেওঁ কি কৰিছে, সেই সৰু সৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবিলাকৰ লগত তেওঁ এলফাবেট খিনি চান্টিং কৰিছে, প্ৰেক্টিচিং কৰিছে। Okay, and he was using the spectacles, ভালকে একদম চশমা পিন্ধি লৈছে। You could see that he too was crying. His voice trembled with emotion. And it was so funny to hear him that we all wanted to laugh and cry. It was a paradoxical moment. Paradoxical এই কাৰণে এফালেতো দেখিবলৈ বহুত ফানি লাগিছে, ইমান বুঢ়া মানুহ এজন আৰু সৰু সৰু ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ লগত ABCD গাই থাকে বা ভাৱেলছ ৰিড কৰিছে, ইট ইজ ৰিয়েলি ফানি, কমিকেল। কিন্তু লগতে তেওঁ যে কান্দিছে, so it made everyone emotional at the same time. So all are, deeply touched seeing the action of old Husser. Old Husseৰৰ এই actionটো দেখি চবৰে মনতে বিষাদ জন্ম হৈছে। Okay. How well I remember it, the last lesson. All at once, the church clock struck 12, then the Angelus. At the same moment, the trumpets of the Prussians, returning from drill, sounded under our windows, and Hamel stood up, very pale, in his chair. I never saw him look so tall. So, the classes were going on, and suddenly there is the sound of the bell ringing. Angelus mane hoise, it's a bell which is rung to mean it's time for prayer. Okay, it's time for prayer. Prayer time hoise, gotike Angelus, and it is the end of the day. At the same time, Franz could hear the blowing noise of the trumpet. Trumpeter sound ahise, kopra ahise from the Prussian camp. Russian soldiers that were drilling, they are returning from their march past. They were, blowing out their trumpets. Now, this blowing out of trumpets, it is a sign or it is a symbol of victory. Car victory hoise yaar? Germans খিনি, okay? So German jikhini Prussian soldiers asile tahati victory signal hisabe trumpets bila blow korise, and it is a reminder to the people of Alsace their nation is no longer theirs. এই ট্ৰাম্পেটৰ সাউন্ডটো শুনা লগে লগে সবৰে মনতে এটাই কথা আহিছে যে তাহাঁতি এতিয়া পৰাধীন, they are no longer free, their independence as a French nation that is lost. গতিকে Amp Hamel, he stood up hearing the sound, and he was looking very pale mane he was looking colorless, bloodless, out of sadness, out of grief. I never saw him look so tall. Now, what is the meaning of this? Never looked him so tall. So tall mane yat mean korise that Amp Hamel, he was trying to act very confident. He's broken inside. Monor bhitorot teo bhagi porise, mentally broken. But still, he was mustering up all his courage and trying to appear very confident. গতিকে নিজকে সাহস বুজাই যিমান পাৰে straight কে খাৰা হ'বলে চেষ্টা কৰিছে. So that is why Franz remarks that I never saw him look so tall. ইমান confident হোৱাৰ চেষ্টা কৰা তেওঁ হয়তো প্ৰথমবাৰ। And these are the words that Amp Hamel speaks. We are coming to the closure of the story. My friends, said I, but something choked him. Choked mane dingit lagi joa. He can't speak. He can't utter the words properly. Okay? Nijor mattu bhalke ulua nai. Kiba eta kobo bicharisile my friends buli kak address korise the people of Alsace মানুখিনিক নিজৰ বন্ধু মোৰ বন্ধু সকল এনেকে ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছিলে কিবা এটা কবলে কিন্তু তেওঁ কন্টিনিউ কৰিব নোৱাৰিলে আৰু তাৰ পিছত তেওঁ কি কৰিলে চোৱা then he turned to the blackboard took a piece of chalk and bearing on with all his might, he wrote as large as he could, Viva la France. So whatever he wanted to say, that is being reflected in these three letters. What are the three letters? Viva la France. তেওঁ কথা ক'ব বিচাৰিছিলে কিন্তু নোৱাৰিলে because something was choking out of grief actually. কেতিয়াবা মানুহে দুখত বহুত ক'ব বিচাৰে কিন্তু নোৱাৰে you have to suppress your feeling গতিকে তেওঁ হয়তো কান্দো নিচিনা লাগিছে কিন্তু he was trying to control his emotion আৰু after controlling the emotions what he does he turns towards the blackboard লৈ চালে piece of chalk ললে লৈ পেলাই কি ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ আখৰেৰে ইয়াত লিখিলে viva la France that means long live France then he stopped. This was what he had to say. Long live France. Tamani ya ki protifalita was. What can we see? What do these words imply? These words imply his strong sense of nationalism. Okay, and it is also a request. It is also a prayer to the people of Alsace that friends, don't forget, France is your nation. So let's pray that we get back our independence. So this is the small request. This is what is being reflected in these three words. Viva la France. Then he stopped and leaned his head against a wall. তাৰমানে তেওঁৰ ওচৰত ইমান জোৰ নাছিলে যে থিয় হৈ ধৈৰ্য ধৰি পেলাই আৰু খুন্দিব বহুত হৈ গ'ল he could not control himself he wanted a support to hold himself গতিকে কি কৰিলে he presses his back towards the blackboardত হাউলি গ'ল আৰু যেনে তেনে নিজকে ধৰি ৰাখিছে so you can understand how emotional how broken he is and without a word he made a gesture to us with his hands no more words these were his last words viva la France what he made was only a signal with the hand gesture মানে কি হয় হাতেৰে দেখুৱা এটা ভংগী আৰু হাতেৰে এনেকে দেখাইছে যোৱা okay যোৱা বা this gesture it implied that school is dismissed you may go class is over you may go so we also have come to the end of our class I suppose you have understood this much yes I will come to the explanation of the important points here once again in my class I hope that I have been able to make you understand the underlying implication, the in-depth meaning of the text. Okay, and if not, you are always free to call me. Call koribo para, but you can send me a message through WhatsApp. You have got my number. Any problem, any doubt, you can discuss freely. Okay, and if you want me to explain certain things next time due to my class long, it would be a free class where you would be free to ask your questions to my live session alone and you must be ready actually you must be ready with your problems nijor problems bilak nijor doubts bilak bhalke mark kori aniba likhi thoba so that you can question me during the next session okay till then take care bye bye I thank you all so you can just move out of your classroom thank you thank you okay thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, hope to see you all next time. Yes, bye bye. Thank you.